Yes, believe it or not, there actually are 5 good things about Modern SpongeBob.
You don't have to go while you got ammo.
Okay, before all of you say, oh, you're totally wrong, there's nothing good about Modern SpongeBob, hear me out. Modern SpongeBob is terrible, that's obvious. However, I don't want to do a top 5 or 10 or 15 or hell, I can do 20 worst things about Modern SpongeBob because people have done that before, so I thought this would be an interesting take to do. Of course, it is a lot harder to do because there's very little good about Modern SpongeBob. But I am gonna try, so don't hate me for it. Also, I'm not allowed to include any particular good episodes for Modern SpongeBob because that's not necessarily good things about the series overall. So, number 5, some of the visual imagery. I mean, whenever it's not all of that gross out stuff on screen, it actually can be pretty funny. I mean, anything that the characters say or do is not funny, but some of the visual images they have actually are kind of funny if you look at them without any sound. You can at least, giggle or even laugh at them. I mean, again, not all of the visual imagery is good, but some did make me laugh, I have to say that. Number 4, Squidward. Now, not really that he's a good character or anything, but you do kind of sympathize with him because he does get into a lot of the torturous stuff, which is kind of a bad thing about the newer series, but it does make you care for him more. And I'm happy that the writers actually knew what made Squidward work. I mean, while what he says isn't funny anymore, they do get the character right. And again, while it is a huge problem to ruin all of the good characters, well, some of them anyway, it does help Squidward's character, and you do start to like him a lot more than you used to. Possibly. Number 3, some of the plots for episodes. Now, I understand that they do reuse a couple plots for other episodes, and that really sucks, but when they actually come up with something new, it does sound pretty good. Sometimes the plot itself for a newer episode can make me laugh a bit and the episode doesn't do anything. So I think that's good. So yeah, I think that those plots can be pretty good sometimes. I mean, they never live up to their full potential, but at least they have some. Okay, number 2, Plankton. I mean, I think that the worst SpongeBob episode is easy. It's One Course Meal. And while those sort of episodes are terrible, like most of the episodes on the series now, the good thing about them is that they do kind of help you care about Plankton. They do kind of give him a little more depth, and since everybody else is just being mean and stuff, you do start to care for him a lot more. So basically everything on this list so far is just something that's only good because everything else is bad, but still is kinda good, I guess. I guess I should have called this video top 5 kind of good episodes in Modern SpongeBob. Anyway, I would give some honorable mentions for other good things, but there's really nothing else that's that good, so I'm just gonna get to number 1. Okay, so the number 1 best thing about the newer SpongeBob episodes, at least in my opinion, is the characters. And no, I'm not talking about the main characters because most of them suck now. I'm talking about the supporting characters. Because there are some characters that only have 1 episode, but I like their designs and they are pretty memorable to me. The characters in the smaller roles in the newer episodes are pretty memorable and pretty unique as well. I think that their designs and a lot of the time the voice acting for them is really good, so I think that they are, by far, the best thing about Modern SpongeBob. I mean, again, there are some characters that are terrible, but I'm just saying for quite a lot of them, they are pretty memorable and unique, and so I think that they are the best thing. Okay, so that's all for this video. It wasn't very easy. I mean, I made a video before called What Happened to SpongeBob, so it's pretty tough making this kind of video. So I'm glad I'm done. So if you like this video, subscribe and join the Tim Army.